This is the #1 RRSP mistake that can cost your family tens of thousands of dollars. By law, you must convert your RRSP when you turn 71. Most people wait until the last second and they pay a heavy price for it. In this video, I'll show you the exact age and deadline when your RRSP must convert into a RRIF, why you might want to convert earlier than 71 and the tax advantages of doing so, and smart RRSP meltdown strategies that can save you thousands before you convert. Think of your RRSP like a passport. It works perfectly for years. It lets you travel, it gives you access, but one day it expires whether you're ready or not. If you don't plan ahead for that expiry, your dream trip could get canceled. Or worse, you could get stranded at the airport. Your RRSP has the same kind of expiry. By law, on December 31st of the year you turn 71, your RRSP must be converted into a RRIF, whether you're ready or not. If you wait until the last second, you lose flexibility. The government decides for you, and you could pay thousands more in taxes than you needed to. So the real question isn't just when does the passport expire, it's whether you should renew early. That's what I'm going to explain today. Let's start with the rule everyone needs to know. By December 31st of the year you turn 71, your RRSP has to be converted into a RRIF or an annuity. Now, a lot of people think they have to wait until 71, and that's not true. You can convert anytime before 71. 71 is just the latest possible date. And here's the consequence. If you wait, CRA will force the conversion for you. And once it happens, you're required to start taking minimum withdrawals the next year, whether you want to or not. So why would anyone want to convert early if they don't have to? Because sometimes it's the smarter move. If you start RRIF withdrawals in your 60s, you can spread your income more evenly across retirement instead of waiting and getting slammed with big taxable withdrawals later. It's also a good tax strategy. By drawing from your RRSP or RRIF early, you might reduce the risk of old age security clawback. You can also match withdrawals with lower income years. For example, after you retire, but before you get CPP and OAS. And the big advantage is flexibility. If you convert earlier, you get to control the timing and amounts of your withdrawals instead of being forced into higher withdrawals later. I had a client who converted at 65 for this exact reason. By taking smaller withdrawals earlier, he kept his taxable income low later on and avoided losing benefits to clawbacks. Now let's talk about RRSP meltdown strategies. This is where the real tax savings can come in. A meltdown simply means drawing down on your RRSP strategically before the 71 deadline. That could mean making your withdrawals during your lower income years after you've stopped working but before government pensions kick in. It could mean using those withdrawals to fund permanent life insurance or other investments in a tax-efficient manner. It could also mean coordinating with spousal RRSPs for more flexibility. The benefit is simple. You reduce the size of your future RRIF. That means lower required withdrawals and lower taxes for the rest of your retirement. Think of it like this. Instead of watching a balloon inflate until the CRA pops it, you let some of the air out on your own terms. More control, less tax, more peace of mind. So let me quickly tie this all together. If you're someone with moderate savings who plans to retire around 65 and live mostly on RRSP, CPP, and OAS, it often makes sense to wait until the normal deadline at 71 before converting. That way, your money keeps growing tax deferred as long as possible. But if you've retired earlier, or you have other sources of income like rental income or a pension that might push you into a higher bracket later, then it can make sense to convert earlier than 71. This lets you smooth out your withdrawals, avoid OAS clawback, and keep more benefits. And for high net worth Canadians holding very large RRSPs, especially if you're concerned about leaving behind a tax bomb for your estate, then an accelerated RRSP meltdown strategy might be the best fit. Drawing down those accounts strategically while you're alive can save you and your family tens of thousands in future taxes. Now here's the uncomfortable truth. You can get your conversion timing right and you can save thousands with a meltdown strategy, but if you don't plan for what happens at death, the CRA could take a huge bite out of your estate. What actually happens to your RRSP or RRIF when your spouse dies in Canada? Most people don't find out until it's too late. That's why in my next video, I'll walk you through how these accounts transfer, the tax traps to avoid, and how to make sure your family gets the benefit of your savings, not the government. Click here to watch that now.